How are you doing? My name is Linda and I'm your femininity and dating coach. If you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe button because I talk about femininity, seduction, dating, everything that you need to create intentional love experiences. So today I want to talk about classy, educated, professional women who are hopelessly foolish in love. Now, the other day I was having a coaching call with one of my potential clients, and she's very, very successful. She's studying for her second MBA. She's getting ready to get to become a surgeon. She's upgrading. I think she's also doing multiple leadership courses at work. She's just gotten promoted. But the one thing that she's absolutely struggling with is her love life. So what she told me was, Linda, I was in a relationship for 10 years. Listen to that. Relationship for 10 whole years. Then she comes out of it and she's been trying to date for 2 years, but she's absolutely struggling with the whole dating game. But then as we started to have the conversation, I listened to her and I could immediately hear her saying things like, but I am educated, I am smart, I have money, I am classy. I am what men are looking for. So the problem is the men. So ladies, I've listened to so many professional women because I am also what you call a successful career woman. It's just that I've been married for 10 years now, and I can completely see where most of these high-flying women go wrong when it comes to their romantic lives. So the first thing that I see that cuts across many women who are successful but struggle when it comes to love is their know-it-all attitude. Now, you see, when it comes to your professional life, of course, you've scaled the corporate ladder, you've gotten promoted, you're taking up big projects because obviously you know your job really, really well. But the thing is, the skills that you require to win at work are not necessarily the same skills that you need to win in your romantic life. At your profession front, it's completely okay to lead with your masculine. But when it comes to your relationships, whether you like it or not, and especially if you're looking to be with a masculine man, a healthy man, who understands who he is, who is self-aware. Such kind of a man will want a woman who leads her relationship life from the feminine. Now, this know-it-all attitude, it came across even when I was speaking to this client. She's like, I mean, Linda, what else do I need to know? And then her comment was like, I really don't want to spend so much of my time with this whole love thing because I'm really busy with my career. I'm really busy with getting, taking up roles from my promotion. So look at that mindset. To her, psychologically, love is just this tiny small thing that she just wants to, skip over and get to the end so that she can focus on her big things, which is her career, her promotion, and basically her professional development. And this is the one big mistake I see many professional women doing, taking the whole love game for granted. You cannot take love for granted. I am such a strong believer that the person you end up with as a partner, it plays a critical role. This man is the man who's going to support you. This man is the one you're going to have children with. This man is basically going to be by your side. So if you choose the wrong kind of man, you can imagine the ripple effect it will have, obviously also in your career. So you have to be intentional about learning how to sift men, learning how to be even alluring to men. Because the thing is, what you think attracts men is definitely not working. Now, this lady is 37. So for 37 whole years, something has not been right. And it's not for me to judge her, but it's just for me to speak and say, babe, if for 37 years you've been struggling with relationships, how about you put a pause and try to figure this whole relationship thing out? Maybe it's not as light as you want to make it look like. Maybe it's not as, nonsensical or an annoyance like you want to make it look like. Maybe you need to take time and pay attention to understand what exactly is it that I'm doing wrong. And obviously, we ended up having this whole back and forth where I was trying to make her know that, lady, it's about time you seriously become intentional with your love life. And of course, we ended the conversation, and she was like, okay, I think I really am ready now to start thinking about my love life. But just the whole conversation, the energy that she came to me with, like, I already know, I mean, I'm already doing double MBAs, I'm already getting promoted, I'm already doing this whole leadership thing. So this love thing, I just want, it's just something trivial that I need to get through. That kind of energy and that kind of mindset is why so many professional women are still struggling with love. Yeah. So the second reason why you may be classy, educated, but still struggling with love is you don't take time to really reflect upon your past experiences. Now, this is specific to professional women because you see, sometimes even when I have conversations with some of these ladies, in fact, one of them was telling me, Linda, I've gone to an Ivy League school. I'm paying my own mortgage. I drive my own German car. So, I mean, I'm a catch. But if you really think about it, those are qualities that you want in a man. Yeah? So you're a woman. The things that would attract you to a man is a man who, of course, is, making his own money. He's financially stable. He's a provider. Those are the qualities that you want in a man. But you're not taking time to really understand what do men want in women. A provider man is not looking for another provider woman. A provider man, yes, it's impressive for you to have your whole Ivy League schooling, but he's looking for something more than that. And obviously this babe was like, okay, whatever, it didn't work out with this guy, I'll just move on to the next. So you see that kind of mindset, like, I am it. It's actually very ego-filled, ego-led kind of thinking where you're like, there's nothing wrong with me yet again after like the fourth, fifth relationship, and always pointing fingers to the other person on the other side. They are the ones with that something wrong is happening. But babe, look at your results. I strongly feel that, especially for professional women, because just our whole mindset, we tend to feel that we are more superior. I had to really unlearn a lot about that. We are really not more superior than any other woman, who's doing her thing. And it was such a hard pill for me to swallow when I learned that a man, if you're two women and you're out on a date with this man, truth be told, this babe could be just a YouTuber. I'm not saying anything, but I'm just saying she could just be a YouTuber. And I'm using this as an example specifically because the other day I was out for a sporting event at my son's school. So this lady, I think she's made director in her farm. She's like, oh, Linda, so what do you do nowadays? I told her, okay, so I'm blogging, I'm YouTubing on this whole feminine empowerment. And she looked at me like, what the hell are you doing? And there was so much judgment on her face. Of course, she didn't say, and she couldn't believe. She's like, how do you have all this schooling for you to go and start a YouTube channel? Shouldn't you be like a director or a CEO somewhere? That was her energy. And trust you me, 1 hour later, she was there busy checking out my LinkedIn just to confirm Linda can't be right. There's no way Linda can just be doing something like a YouTube channel. So you see that kind of mindset, that kind of thinking where you feel more superior to everybody else because to you, you value your job, you value material goods, and you value just keeping up with the Joneses kind of thing. So you assume anyone who's beneath you is B-rate. But when it comes to dating, You as a corporate woman earning 6 figures, sitting next to a blogger, I am telling you, to a man can easily end up picking a blogger because there's just a way that she carries herself that is so soft, they're so feminine, and obviously they are compatible. So, and that's the one thing about corporate women, the stubbornness. The stubbornness, where you think that just because you have this job, that's what is enough to, that's what you think you bring to the table. Honey, I have news for you. Your career, your degree will only attract user kind of men if that's what you predominantly lead with. If you sit on a date with a man and there's nothing else for you to talk about apart from your job, your career, I can tell you the only kind of man who will be absolutely attracted to that kind of masculine, predominantly masculine energy is a user kind of man, is a man who is looking for a masculine woman to help him elevate himself. He's a man who is predominantly not in his masculine, so he needs a more masculine woman for them to build things together. Yeah, I hope I'm making sense. Drop some comments in the comment section. I'd love to know what you think about this so far. So I'm checking my notes. The other thing women do, especially career women, that I see them doing so wrong when it comes to the whole dating game is, like I mentioned, not taking time to study love, not taking time to understand love, not also doing their own inner work. So there's this ego thing. I've seen it because I've spoken with quite a number of ladies where they're like, yes, I'm struggling with love, but I don't think it's such a big deal. It's not such a big deal as such. And you see what happens? You get caught up with the wolves. You still don't address your insecurities, and then you're out again in the dating world. Of course, you'll be exposed. You'll meet a man who understands the game. You'll meet a man who knows how to manipulate you. Next thing, you've committed such a huge chunk of your time with this man because you really did not study the game. You did not take time to work on your insecurities. You didn't take time to work on your esteem. Confidence levels are still low, yet you still believe you've got it, so you're back again in the dating game. What ends up happening? You're still there taking losses. So, and it's really not to bash professional women, but it's really for me to really bring out to the forefront that there's nothing wrong with trying to understand dating. There's nothing wrong with trying to understand how to be more seductive. There's nothing wrong about understanding about understanding male psychology so that you can be able to win or you can be able to get your match. Love and dating is a fair game. It's a fair game. So if you've been taking losses, all your exes, you're the one who's always on the losing end. Babe, it's about time you pump your brakes. Pump your brakes and check under the hood of your car. And your car meaning your heart and your mind. Check what's going on in there. You may need to do some inner work. You may need to probably go for therapy. Get a coach, get accountability. Work with someone because you are struggling. Ego is going to blind you. Ego will blind you. And it just so happened that I had a major fallout with a really good friend of mine. And it was unfortunately about love issues. And my question to her was, for how long will you keep struggling with love like this? You've crossed 40. Now you want to start an entire new decade, but you're still struggling when it comes to love. At what point do you say that enough is enough? And you see, they say birds of a feather flock together. So at some point, we will have to go separate ways. Because truth be told, some women like to stay in this whole victim mindset where they blame everybody else around them, and they want to become so negative, so salty, and they're not even looking to help themselves, but they're just looking for people who will sit down with them and just soak in that pool of negativity. There's absolutely no way you will find me in such a scenario. So if you're struggling with love, as a career woman, what you need to know is you need to understand how the game works. Whether you're married, whether you're still working and looking to date, this whole love thing is something you always need to keep yourself updated. And that's why sometimes you'll find one guy with a very successful babe, and then with a babe who's like a B-rate kind of babe, and you're wondering, okay, how the hell is he able to manage these two kinds of women? Because they are bringing two very different things to this man. So the career woman probably is financing his lifestyle, and then this other B-rate kind of babe is the one who's making him happy. She's the feminine one. She's the one who probably he siphons money from her, from the career one, and takes it to this other woman. There's even another lady I was speaking with, and her scenario is more or less similar. But at least the thing is, once you come to the realization that you need to start working on your esteem issues, you need to address your childhood trauma, you need to create a different love blueprint, you need to develop a different taste in the kind of men that you find attractive, you need to discipline your attraction. Only until that point will you be able to start attracting different caliber of men. Only at that point will it be easier for you to vet men, because you've already done your inner work. But you can't hop from one relationship to another relationship without even introspecting and seeing where you went wrong. Or on the flip side, stick in a relationship for 10, 15 years. Why on earth would you be doing that? I honestly don't understand why a lady would commit her time, energy, attention to a man for even, oh my God, even 2 years of my time is too much. I got married in a year. I'm not saying it's a trophy, but if you're mature as a woman and this man is a mature man, you honestly don't need more than a year to gauge whether you're compatible, to gauge whether you're on the same page. So this other mistake of staying in relationships for too long is something that I see so many professional women doing. And I don't know whether it's lack of because of desperation. I don't know what the reason is, but you cannot commit your time, energy, attention to a man who is not locking you down. That's completely a waste of your time. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. I'd love to know your comments. And if you're looking to work with me, check out the details in the description box, and see you next time. Bye.